Aledo did a fantastic job. They're a great ball club. Coach Buchanan and his staff do a really outstanding job and put themselves in great positions. I think our kids need to hold our heads high. That wasn't obviously the outcome that we were gunning for today, but I'm proud of our kids and what they've accomplished this season.
Questions?
Coach, how obviously the game, nothing seemed to be going your guys' way, but how, I guess, important was it that you did get a few breaks there at the end?
Sure. I thought the same thing you did. I thought we're pretty close on a bunch of things. We just couldn't stack up some successes together, and when we had some successes, something would end that run or that opportunity, or they'd have a big play. But I think that was great for our kids. Obviously, we told them at halftime our goal is to win the game. Our goal always is to compete for 4 quarters, and that's what we want to do. If there's time on the clock, we want to use that to put our best foot forward, to give our kids an opportunity to do good things, to put things into play that we practiced during the week. So I was pleased for that success in the end.
Can you kind of put a finger on what really got you guys in the opening minutes, because it got away pretty fast from
Sure.
Mel?
Yeah. No, I don't know that I can put my finger on it, to be honest with you, Alex. Field position hurt us. We gave them some short fields right there at the beginning, and they're too powerful and dangerous to give them a short field, and they of course capitalized on those opportunities. Then we kind of had some other things that just didn't go. They just didn't fall. The successes weren't back to back on our part, and so we ended up with short drives on offense, or we do several good things in a row on defense and give them a big play to stay in the drive or to even score. It's a good ball team.
For you and Jackson, just how hard was it to take down Haney? I mean, he really was pretty good for them.
Yeah, I mean, he's a hard runner, and that's our goal all week, was to stop the run first, and I thought we did that, and it kind of hurt us in the passing game, and we just had to get back out there and just stop the run over and over again.
Coach, 14 points in the last 2 minutes of the game. Could have maybe had a conversion at the end. What does that not just say about your football team's character, but also the character they exhibited throughout the season with kind of the adversity that they faced really from the start, right before Lucas Lovejoy?
So everybody wants to play in this game. Two teams get to play in this game, and so for our team to be able to come to AT&T to play in the championship game, I mean, that's exactly how you want a season to go. The game, of course, is not how you want the game to go, but I think the reason that we got to this point is because of the tenacity and the resilience and the character that our team displays in the game, where there's no quit, there's tons of fight, there's tons of guts, there's tons of effort and energy, and really, regardless of the situation, right in the moment, we want to be successful. And that's whether we're down 21-0 against Consol, it's whether we're down big at Georgetown at halftime, or in the waning minutes when we've got to come back and score to get in overtime in a district game, or in the state championship. That if there's time on the clock, we want to do the best we can to be the best we can in that moment.
Zach, Coach kind of touched on it, but what was it like just going through this whole experience? It seemed like there were so many times, even regular season games along the way that, this could have ended earlier, but y'all just kept finding a way, game week in, week out to get here.
The whole ride was just a roller coaster of emotions. Beginning of the season, honestly, I didn't think we looked too good. We started to figure it out during playoffs, and we had some close games, some good comebacks all throughout the season, and I'm just glad for this opportunity.
For Jackson and Zach, what has playing for College Station meant to you guys, and just how your last game, so you guys are seniors, what's your senior year and just your whole experience at Cougars been?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up as a Cougar, raised on the sidelines. Just going through the program, there's nothing else like it. Going through a College Station Cougar, and just leaving our legacy for College Station to play in the state championship, not once but twice, back-to-back years. It's pretty special. I wouldn't trade anybody else for it. Yeah, we've been doing this together for a long time, since middle school, always. The Cougar, and I'm happy to be a Cougar. I wouldn't want to play for any other program.
You talked about leaving the legacy. What kind of precedent have you guys set down for the new guys coming up, back-to-back state titles?
Yeah, I mean, just show them that anything's possible. I mean,
it's great to be in Dallas. It's great to be playing the last possible game of the season, the last possible moment for our classification. So you know, it's just such a blessing to be with these guys and the rest of the team, and have a chance to coach them and work with them and battle through all the different things that go on in the course of a season. But again, to see and to celebrate successes, even when they're small ones. You know, at some point I told them, obviously we're disappointed in the medal that we got today because we wanted the other medal today. But at some point we'll look back on this and be just so tickled for these kids and this program, this community to get to this point and to represent College Station at the highest level of our classification.
Coach, an excellent question. When they got up early and got on, did you have to change the way you were calling your offense? I mean, and they were doing a good job on eight.
Yeah.
But did you have to?
You know, we changed a little bit, but we also felt like some of the stuff we were doing was schematically fine. Like this worked. We got, you know, we didn't expect to get big giant amounts of yards. So we get 5 yards here and we get 6 yards here. Our difficulty was then we'd get no yards on a play or we'd get 1 yard on a play. And obviously that's not sustainable on a drive. So it was a little bit schematic, but also just some resolve and you know, recognizing there's a few things they're taking away, but really we need to be effective in what we're doing and not throw everything away when it, you know, this was about to be a big play and we got tripped up and made 3 instead of 13, because that's the difference in big game, of course.
Coach, along with the record-setting day, 3 touchdown catches, it seemed like every time they needed a big play, Jalen Pope was getting open. What was the difficulty in covering him today?
I think he's really good. I think that's one difficulty in that. But I think that their staff did a really good job of scheming some stuff against us. But they also make it really difficult to defend. As Jackson said, you know, we wanted to close the running game down because they run really well. Okay, well, that comes at a cost. You have to limit what you can do in the secondary when you're in man coverage or when you're trying to commit a little bit more to the box. And so I think that the fact that Aledo has a number of offensive weapons makes them the danger that they are. The success that they have is because it's really difficult to shut everything down.
You guys have been in some sticky situations throughout the season, and often had found some ways to, you know, get out of them, or at least give yourselves a shot.
Sure.
Just how difficult was it that you guys really didn't have that chance to get out of the hole today?
Yeah, you know, we felt like coming out of the second half we were making some progress, moving the ball down the field, and then that drive got snuffed out. Aledo is a tough team to dig too deep of a hole on, and we've played some really tough teams, and we haven't dug a hole quite that deep. So the combination of that made it a pretty tall order. But you know, I was real pleased with our kids for continuing to battle, and that's exactly what I would expect them to do. While we have an opportunity to play together, we're going to maximize that opportunity, even if it looks like it's not going to sway the final score, the final outcome.
And it's certainly been a roller coaster every year for you guys from the get-go. Just what are you going to remember this team in particular about?
Resilience, the amazing job they've done of overcoming things that frequently the situation looked dire, and it'd be easy to go, well, we would have been pretty good, except, and you can fill in the blank with a whole bunch of stuff right there. And you know, from the coaches to the players and the school, the expectations, the standards are really high, and so it was more of a matter of saying, instead of saying we could have been good except for whatever, it's we're going to turn this around and make it even more amazing when we achieve in spite of this setback, whatever that setback happened to be. So that's an amazing legacy that these guys have left with battling and fighting.